This is Phillip Mountrose. My wife Jane and I, we help people step up, tap into the heart of success with holistic coaching and healing. And in this brief video, I want to explore how you can be the change, how you and I can be the change in the world. The world needs it. It's in a very challenging place. You probably have noticed. It's hard to change others, maybe impossible. It's much easier, more practical, and really the right order of things to change yourself, and the rest will follow. So how do you be the change, as Gandhi famously said years ago? How to create the world more harmoniously, more like the ideal, a more peaceful place, a more loving place, a more generous place, a more cooperative place. Well, 5 ways in this video I will share. Number 1, have strong, heartfelt desires. Where do you get those desires? Well, you use your imagination. You go to a higher realm where your dreams are born, bigger visions, a bigger why of what you can do and how to be in the world, and you bring that down to earth. It creates a desire for something more, something greater. It may be a very big dream or a small dream. You probably have done some amazing things already, and you can build on that. And now is your time to make the next step, your next strong desire. Imagine Nelson Mandela in his prison cell years ago, imagining a better world, a freer world, which in time he would help create from that desire. And you may have a big dream like that, or maybe a smaller dream. In any regard, it is a participatory world. You can participate. It starts with a desire for something more, something better. Second way to be the change is to be expectant. Well, it's more than just desire. You need to expect it to happen. If you're cynical, if you're fearful, if you're anxious, all of that isn't the right energy to have your dreams come true. You have to have a high level of expectancy, and that is linked to optimism. Rational, grounded optimism I'm talking about, which has been shown to improve health, longevity, work relationships, relationships in general, because you will act if you think you will succeed, if you expect it to happen, right? You may be challenged in starting a business, but you will go out and network and market if you think you can succeed and you're following your desires and dreams. If you want to get healthier, you'll explore different ways, different lifestyle, medicine, diet, and sleep, and rest, and play. If you want better relationships, you're going to love yourself more. You're going to explore different ways to improve you to attract the relationship that you want. So be expectant. Third way to be the change is trust. Trust yourself. This can be hard, especially when things are not going well, things are not happening, things are not manifesting. You've tried it before and it hasn't worked. All of that negative self-talk, and based on perhaps some things that really did happen, although you might be interpreting them in a really negative light and dwelling on the negative. You can turn that around by trusting yourself. Trust yourself. You can count on yourself. You can go one step at a time. You can begin to work things out. You can monitor your thoughts and feelings and turn around the negative. We do a lot of EFT tapping and spiritual kinesiology, healing from the soul, and you may have your ways of doing it. Put yourself in a better state. And also, what can you influence on the outside, the external world? What resources do you have? Where can you exert your control, and where can you not? Have a sense of boundaries there, and that's a way to help trusting yourself, so you know what to trust and what not to trust, how to act, how to pause. And sometimes you have to pause too. That's a kind of action, to reflect, to take your time, and to persevere and persist, which are huge traits, resources for yourself in trusting yourself and being the change. Fourth way to be the change: be open to new possibilities. How receptive are you? There could be a new thing waiting, knocking on the door. Life is unpredictable, and yet you can go in the direction of your dreams and goals and expectations by being open. What's going to fall into your view, onto your path? You need to clear things, as I mentioned. We do the EFT tapping and spiritual kinesiology. Get clear, and when the fog is lifted, you can see more. You have more opportunities. You feel better. You're more poised to respond. And to know your next step, because the universe is sort of like a smorgasbord, a buffet where you can choose what you want. You can pick one pick a little of this, a little of that, taste, savor, and not overeat. Get your fill, explore it, consume it, digest it, rest, and go for more. So be open to new possibilities. And fifth way to be the change. Have the will to follow through. Are you following through on your dreams and expectations and trusting yourself and being open to new possibilities? Because much has been given. That's a part of it too. Much that you have received. We've all received much in life to grow and experience and to nurture ourselves. And when we start to get some clarity about what we want and where we're going, well, it's time to take action. If you can, inspired action, where you're inspired to act, and don't delay before it vanishes, before it disappears. Act while it's hot, while it's there in the moment. But sometimes there won't be inspired action. You'll just need to keep going and to persevere. And like a person who wants to improve with sports or with music or art, they need to go through discipline and go through the times and the tough times when things are quote, not manifesting, and continue to act, to continue to go forward. Even though you have those fears of rejection, and they may be real or imagined. It's going to take some courage. It's going to take some effort, but it's worth it. And avoid those evil cousins too, by the way. The evil cousins, hurry and worry. Take your time. Pause. Go one step at a time. You can do it. So with those 5 keys, you can be the change. You can desire. You can expect. You can trust. You can be open to new possibilities and follow through on what you want. And when you do that, your life will improve and it will ripple out and the world will improve too. Be the change.